Hey, welcome back to Zombie Tactics. Today I've got the Smith & Wesson M&P15 Sport again. I'm going to do a little modification to it. You might notice that it looks a little different than the last video I did, and that's because I put the standard handguard back on it, and because I wanted to show you how easy it is to trade this out. That one had before, or this had before on it, this Magpul MOE grip that I got for Christmas. My lovely wife got that for me, and she was, paid attention to detail as is typical for her, and got me the right size, which was really important. You want to get, if you have an AR15, you want to make sure that you know whether you have carbine, mid-length, or rifle size, and she went ahead and got me the right one, the carbine length, and so it makes for a great replacement. I really like this forward handguard. There's not really anything wrong with the stock handguard that comes with any AR-15. This standard style here is just fine. This one's actually a little smaller than standard, and that would make it an easier thing to grab a hold of for maybe people with smaller hands. So there's nothing necessarily wrong with these. I do like the idea that some of the features on the Magpul, though, it is a little better, easier surface to grasp onto. I like this forward lip that kind of gives you something to cinch your hand into. And of course, they give you a lot of good little mounting points where you can put their little Picatinny rail kits and things like that. And being that I do plan on adding a flashlight and doing things like attaching cameras to the handguard here for doing videos, it seems like just an easy fix. These are about 30 bucks, and it's not a big deal. I've heard it said before that replacing handguards is kind of difficult. At least some people have said so, and I've kind of always found that a little odd. So I want to show you how easy it is to do. This is going to be a really short video. That's how easy it is to do. Some people will say you need a special tool to kind of get in here to do this. I don't really think you do. If you're willing to kind of play around a little bit, and sometimes when I do this, it just goes boom by the numbers, and sometimes when I've traded out a handguard, you got to fiddle it a little bit. If you want the tool, go for it. Frankly, I'm 51 years old, and I've got arthritic hands, and maybe you just need to, toughen up a little bit, pump up a little bit before doing the rifle. Or get a friend. So I'm going to show you just how easy this is to do. We're going to go ahead and we're going to just pull down on the D-ring here, and that's part of the reason why I'm sitting on a little stool here. I'm putting the rifle on my knee. Boom, the D-ring, pull down on that. It's, spring-loaded, and you can usually just grab a hold of it. Of course, it's going to be harder than it is any other time because I'm doing a video. And it'll just come right off of there. Boom. In two parts. Same thing on this side. Of course, it's going to be harder because I'm doing a video. It's like doing a magic trick when you're a kid. You practice it 400 times, and then you want to show it to mom and dad, and it all goes to hell. Magpul is pretty clear that when you do this, you ought to do the top section first. And I don't know how well you can see this, but there's a little lip in here that fits inside of the forward area here. That goes right over the front like this and kind of feeds right into that little area. And you want to do the front first, definitely. So that kind of sticks right into place here, and then it's usually just a matter of pulling that ring down and working it into place. Boom. Top half's done. Bottom half, again, the little lip here fits inside of the little ring on the top of the AR. You can kind of rock that into place like that. Show that again, kind of rocks into place like that. Pull down on the D-ring, and it'll pop right in place. Now, once that's done, you kind of want to give it a couple of tugs here and there to make sure that that's all locked into place. And that's as much trouble as it is to change out a handguard. Of course, before doing any modifications like this, you always want to do a chamber check and make sure that the weapon is cleared and all that good stuff. You don't want to do something stupid. So now, just in less than a couple of minutes, I've changed out the handguard on my AR-15 to something a little bit more useful, and that's the beginning of some of the modifications for the Smith & Wesson M&P15 Sport. I've got another one here I'll be coming back to show you again, and it's a rear attachment point for a sling mechanism with a QD release, or whatever they call that, a Q release. And we'll do that one of the next few videos here. But that's just changing out a handguard on an AR-15 rifle today. Easy thing to do. It doesn't necessarily get any harder if it's a non-Magpul handguard, so, you know, whichever one you want, go for it. That's Zombie Tactics for today, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.